It's 10 p.m. when the phone rings in Dr. Stein's house. "It's Dr. Gold," says his wife, passing him the phone. "I do hope it's not another emergency." Dr. Stein takes the phone and says, "Hi, what's up?" "Don't worry, everything's okay," replies Dr. Gold. "It's just that I'm at home with the doctor, Lewis, and Dr. Kazina. We're having a little game of poker, and we're short on one player, so we thought you might like to come over and join us." "Sure, yes, of course," replies the doctor. Stein, putting on a serious voice, said, "I'm leaving right now," and he puts down the phone. "What's happened?" his wife asks, with a worried look. "It's very serious," said Dr. Stein replies. "They've already called 3 doctors." An older, white-haired man walked into a jewelry store one Friday evening with a beautiful young gal by his side. He told the jeweler that he was looking for a special ring for his girlfriend. The jeweler looked through his stock, brought out a $5,000 ring, and showed it to him. The old man said, "I don't think you understand. I want something very special." At that statement, the jeweler went to his special stock and brought another ring over. "Here's a stunning ring at only $40,000, the jeweler said. The young lady's eyes sparkled, and her whole body trembled with excitement. The old man, seeing this, said, "We'll take it." The jeweler asked how payment would be made, and the old man stated by check. "I know you need to make sure my check is good, so I'll write it now, and you can call the bank Monday to verify the funds, and I'll pick it up Monday afternoon," he said. Monday morning, a very teed-off jeweler called the old man. "There's no money in that account." "I know," said the old man, "but can you imagine the weekend I had?" The doctor's phone rings. "Dad, doctor. We were watching soccer with a TV dinner. I guess I wasn't looking. I nicked my son's wrist. There's blood everywhere. I can't stop the bleeding. Wait, oh, it's a mess. Doctor, don't panic. My nurse has called an ambulance." "What's the situation now?" "Dad, oh, it's bad. The other team just scored, and there's only 2 minutes left of added time." Jack rings the boss one Friday and says, "I can't come into work today. I'm sick." So the boss says okay, and Jack turns up as normal on Monday. Next Friday, though, Jack rings in again and says, "I can't come into work today. I'm sick." This pattern repeats every week for a couple of months, and eventually, the boss calls Jack into his office and asks him what's the matter. "Well," says Jack, "the fact of the matter is, my sister's been going through a lot of stress just lately. Her husband has taken to drinking and gambling in a big way, and he goes out every Thursday night to play poker, and usually, he loses because he's a lot dumber than he thinks he is, and he comes home drunk, broke, and in a vile temper. Every time he gets in the door when he's in that state, he knocks her about, and then he goes off the next morning acting like nothing happened." "That's horrible," says the boss. "But I don't see where this makes you unable to work on Fridays." "Oh well," says Jack. "I go round to see her on Friday morning to see she's all right, and I guess I don't mind telling you, we've worked out that the best way to make her feel better is for me to spend half the day making love to her." "What?" exclaims the boss. "You've been having sex with your sister." "Hey," Jack shrugs. "I told you I was sick." Ring ring. Little girl. Hello? Caller. "Oh, hey, sweetie, it's Daddy." "Why are you answering the phone?" "Where is Mommy?" Little girl. Mommy says she and Uncle Jack are working in the bedroom, and I gotta play downstairs." Caller. "What? Honey, you ain't got an Uncle Jack." Little girl. "He comes around sometimes when you're not here to do the banging in the bedroom with Mommy." Caller. "Right, I need you to go upstairs and shout Daddy's home, please, darling. Do that for me now, but don't hang up." Little girl. Footsteps. "Daddy's home." Lots of commotion, frantic shuffling, door opening, running, cursing, glass breaking, screaming. Caller. "Honey? Darling, are you there? What is happening?" Little girl. I said it, Daddy. But then Uncle Jack ran naked down the hall, tripped, fell through the window, and smashed onto the dog's kennel. I think he's dead. Caller. Dog kennel? Phew. Sorry, wrong number. An old Indian walks into a bank and asks for a $5,000 loan. Clerk, what are you going to do with the money? Indian, I'm going to go into the city and sell my handmade jewelry. Clerk, do you have collateral? Indian, what's collateral? Clerk, collateral is something of value that can cover the amount of the loan. For example, do you have a car? Indian, yes, I have a 1949 Ford truck. Clerk, that won't do. Do you have livestock? Indian, yes, I have a horse. Clerk, how old is it? Indian, I don't know. It doesn't have teeth. After some negotiations, the Indian and the clerk settled on collateral. The clerk does all the paperwork and gives the Indian $5,000. A few weeks later, the Indian returns to the bank, walks up to the same clerk, takes out a huge wad of bills, and returns the loan. Clerk, I see your jewelry sold well. What are you going to do with the rest of the money? Indian, I will keep it in my teepee. Clerk, no need to do that. You can deposit it in our bank. Indian, what's a deposit? Clerk, a deposit is when you give money to the bank. The bank cares for it, and when it's time, you can come back to the bank and take your money. Indian, after thinking for a moment, and what does the bank have as collateral?